And still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
I can keep up with these high-level wrestlers and grapplers, and I'm still, just as good as they come.
He got him all the way up in it.
And he has his hand on the chin, too. That was the key. Yeah,
he was out from the moment he slammed him. Look at it. It's already over.
By way of knockout, Elijah Sweat Smith.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier. I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered, a UFC and Fanatics original production. I am in San Francisco in an ornate chair in a hotel room, so I know it's a little bit of a strange. I hope the sound is good.
It's just like if you were a soda can. Look at my little Pepsi. It's a little Pepsi.
I don't like
Hi, guys. Jimmy, let's start the show now. Hey!
No, we already started. We're 10 minutes into it already with the producers in the room.
Do you believe who we have on today?
What's that?
Do you believe who we're about to bring right in?
I know, Dricus Du Plessis, who we haven't had on. I think it's his second fight in the UFC, right?
We haven't had him on? This is his first time on.
No. Since his second fight in the UFC.
Oh, you said it right.
Yeah.
This is my most important instrument, Jimmy, my ears.
Yes.
I got to listen.
Elijah Smith with that devastating slam knockout.
What reminded me of Quentin Jackson versus Hokuto Arona in Pride.
And this one was even nastier. Because of the hand position on the mouth.
I don't know, man. Both of them are equally nasty. I think Quentin Jackson might have a problem with you saying this one's nasty.
No, here's why. Because Quentin picked him up by the legs. It was terrible. But what I'm saying, what he did, what Elijah did, was he actually held his face. So his head, he couldn't lift his head. And he had to hit the mat. It was. I mean, nasty is in a very calculated, vicious slam.
Hey, man, that's the game we play. You know,
yeah.
You do jiu-jitsu. You do the gentle arm.
Yes, I do. I'm a very gentle boy.
Drink, hey, the champ is ready to go.
Let's bring him
in. Look at this good-looking son of a gun.
What up, guys? What's up?
Hey, champ. Drink, thank you so much, man. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, guys.
We know it's a busy week for you.
Yeah, indeed so. But I mean, as it should be.
This is the right time to fight Khamzat. You know, Khamzat, he's the boogeyman, and then a couple of guys made him look human. Gilbert Burns, Kamaru Usman, and then he right back to being the boogeyman after he broke our boy's teeth, Robert Riddick's teeth. So everybody now is like, ah! So, yes, he's back to being super frightening again. Not that he wasn't, but you saw him actually get past the first round a couple of times. No, I'm just basically stating facts. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's. I was wondering, is there a question there? But that is a fact. Really. I mean. But yeah, I have to agree with you. I think especially a Gilbert Burns fight, when he fought Gilbert, I knew there was no way he was going to go out there where Gilbert was in his career then, where anybody was going to go out there and just walk over him. That would have been impossible. So.
Very true.
I mean, that fight we saw, that answered a lot of questions.
People are so worried about the grappling with you, with Khamzat. I'm looking at your martial arts journey. You started with judo, I believe, at 5, and then your second discipline was wrestling at 12. Am I right with that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a base. That's a base to start with. I think everybody's so used to you throwing your strikes, and you like the strike and you're so efficient at it, that they forget about your first start.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at my record, my fight record in the beginning of my pro career, I was a K1 amateur world champion. everybody wanted to take me down, and I did get taken down. But on the ground, because I was interested in MMA since very young, so I knew how to handle myself on the ground. But I wasn't necessarily a technician there. But everybody wanted to take me down. That was the thing, because I was a K1 fighter, and every time they would take me down, I would be on the ground. So I have more submission wins than knockouts, actually. But when you get to the level like the UFC, taking guys down isn't necessarily easy. And if you are on the ground, you have to be able to fight there. And if you're not on the ground, you have to be able to fight in the striking exchanges. And for you to excel, I believe, like a guy like Adesanya, if I just went in there, for example, and Strickland, and did my whole plan was take this guy down, that's not how I am, because I'm also a fan of the sport. You have to go out there and put yourself a little bit in that position of taking the risk and striking with this guy. And I know you can say you have to be smart. If we were smart, we wouldn't be doing this for a career, would we?
Hey, to do harm,
have you had anybody before? Because you pretty much know what Khamzat's going to do. He comes full steam. He doesn't try to save energy for the second, third round, and you know that he wants to put you on the ground. Have you fought anybody who you so definitively knew what he was going to do before the fight?
Yeah, I mean, you can look at a guy like Adesanya. You knew exactly what he was going to do. Try not to get taken down, try to kick your head off. A guy like Sean Strickland, you know exactly what he's going to do. He's not going to shoot on me. He's not going to bring, in the first and second fight, he did exactly the same thing. Like, that's what I'm saying with this fight. People are making it in. Listen, make no mistake, Khamzat is incredibly good at what he does. He's just on the other side of the spectrum. If you go with the striking pedigree of Adesanya or a boxing pedigree of Strickland, he just takes the wrestling and grappling aspect of that.
Yeah, he does. And do you think, obviously, I'm not going to ask you a game plan, but you've been to the fifth round, you've been to the fourth round, and in the Burns fight and in the Kamaru fight, you could see his energy was fading. I mean, it's just he put so much out in the first round, and that's obviously something you've considered and I'm sure trained, knowing that it might be advantageous to pull him a little deeper into the fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But for me to be able to go there and use my cardio and use my heart and the will to just keep on going, even though you are dead tired. For me to get to that position, I need to go out there and make him get to the place where he doesn't want to be there anymore. And for me to do that, I will not fight defensively. I will not get past the first or second round. He needs to get past the first or second round, and then we have a fight. I'm going out there to attack. I'm not in there to defend anything. I'm the hunter in that fight.
Sometimes you're fighting such a grappler, guys are afraid the second they go to strike that they're going to just be getting shot, shot on. Any chance of you going in there and throwing him on his head?
Listen, that's obviously it. I mean, if you fully commit yourself to the strikes, that leaves you open to get taken down. That's a fact. But what's your alternative to that? Don't strike, try and run away, try and defend. You are going to get taken down eventually.
Yeah.
So the faster you make the realization that this is going to happen. You can't be fighting that because in the back of your mind, you've got to be hesitant. That's not how it is. You have to go out there and fight this man. If he takes you down, so be it. I mean, this is MMA. Aren't you prepared for that? Yeah. You have to be prepared for all aspects of this game. So, yeah, I mean, you look at it from, yeah, you have to make that decision. I already made that decision a long time ago when I knew he is going to take me down. But he has to know that I'm going in there to take him down too. I have no doubt that I can take him down as well.
You're not looking at this like you have to survive the first couple of rounds. He has to survive the first couple of rounds too. You're right, and that's what people tend to look at him is you just got to get through. But he's not an unbeatable fighter. He's a great fighter, but he's obviously everyone's a beatable fighter.
Yes, absolutely. I think he is phenomenal. He's great. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been here. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been. He wouldn't have 0 at the end of his record. He is deserving of all this, but I wouldn't have been defending my title for a third time on the biggest stage as a world champion, the best in the world, if I didn't have my skills, if I wasn't also a great fighter. We entered the UFC at the same time.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm on my third title defense. He's fighting for his first title. it's there's experience plays its role. Being there 5 rounds. Don't tell me Khamzat is not going and saying, yeah, I kill everybody, I smash everybody. Great. In your head, you haven't been able to fight the pace you want to once the third round comes. Now you have to fight that fifth round. Now doing it in training is completely different. Now you're in a fight, what do I do if this goes for 5 rounds? So are you going to start now to conserve energy in the first and second? Then you're not fighting your fight. But we saw with the Whittaker fight, he's not going to do that. He went out there full speed once again. So in his mind, he has the doubt. I don't have that doubt because I went in there, went full speed with Strickland the first fight and the second fight, one decision. The same thing with Adesanya. Got that fourth round finish. I know I can go in there and push the pace for 5 rounds if I have to.
Did you tailor any of the training for this camp different than some of your other ones when you have to go 25 minutes, but that first 5 minutes is going to be just insane. I can picture when you're getting ready for this, really having a very hard first round, either with your training partners or doing something to get you tired, and then doing the other 4 rounds. Did you anything tailored to this specific monster?
Yeah, let me tell you, as far as strength and conditioning goes, when it comes to the pure wrestling, strength and conditioning changes. It changes.
Yeah.
In terms of if you're going to have a attacking, striking approach to a fight, your conditioning is done different. Strength is done different. And once you're going to have this, of course you bring in people, you tailor, like you said, you tailor for that, because the best way to get fit for wrestling is wrestling.
Yes.
The best way to get fit for grappling is grappling. And the best way to prepare for your striking in a fight like this is get you tired from wrestling and grappling, and now we're striking. So I can't say this is tailoring, but I can 100% certainly say that I have never put in the work that I've put in for this fight. And because firstly, I need to defend this belt. And secondly, I need to prove a point in this fight, and I do know that I'm fighting the best fighter that I've ever fought in Khamzat Chimaev.
You raised an interesting point too about him knowing that he's not doing what he wants to do in the third round. Now that there's 5 rounds, and again with someone like you who is very qualified to go 5 rounds, do you think that opens him up to possibly doing something he shouldn't do in the first couple of rounds because he's trying to avoid going into a 4th and a 5th round, meaning pushing something that he shouldn't push because he doesn't want to have to let this get into later rounds? Do you think that leaves him open to possibly making?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is, you have a flip of a coin here, and you're going to figure that out in the first minute of the fight. Is he going to conserve, or is he going to try and not get to 4 and 5? That's the 2 options you have, and you will know within the first minute of the fight. I will know. This is what we're at. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
So let's go for it.
Excellent. Listen, if you could have your way, would it be sweeter to submit him than to knock him out? If people say, well, if it's on the feet, we got Drake. If it goes to the floor, would it be sweeter to submit him, or a W's a W?
Oh, I would love to submit him. I would love that. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And listen, let me tell you this. I know when it comes to pure wrestling, pure grappling, it's a very different story. It's true what they say, once those shots, one fatigues makes coward out of all of us. And once I've landed a couple of elbows, once I've landed a couple of shots, once we go to the ground on my terms, it's a very different fight than when we're on the ground on your terms.
Yes. And does it bother you, I know a lot of times fighters don't care who's favored, but does that give you a little extra motivation to know the way people are looking at this and to just go they're looking at this incorrectly?
I wish I could say that there was, but there isn't. There is. I would love to take motivation from a lot of things, but I just can't. I just don't get it. For me, I could have been the exact opposite in favorite, and it would feel the exact same to me.
You don't care, yeah.
How'd you feel throwing that ball out at the baseball game? I saw that on Embedded. That was nice.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was insane because I've never thrown a baseball in my life. And I went out there and people were asking me the whole day and the week leading up interviews, are you nervous? And I said, no, why would I be nervous throwing a ball? And when I got onto the plate, I realized how far it was to, and and they go, Dricus, do not bounce this ball. The people will boo the shit out of you. They will boo you. And I said, okay. And then there was a lot of people in the arena, in the stadium, and I was just thinking, this is a lot more terrifying than I thought it would be. I just had to throw the ball. I don't even care. It's not my sport, but I was like, I don't want to look like a dumbass. Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't bounce it, and people didn't boo. So it was a special. That's a bucket list item right there. It was incredible. I loved it.
And those highlight reels, like knockout highlight reels, suck. But there are also highlight reels of people who mess that up and who wind up throwing the ball into the stand, and it's humiliating.
It is. I've seen some guys, and I've seen some people do it, and I can definitely not screw it up that much. I will not be able to, because they gave me the option of standing in front of the plate, like off the little hill that they have in the mound, I think, of the mount. And I said, no ways. Because now, if you screw it up now it's even worse because you didn't even stand on the mount. So I just went for it, went on the mount. But I mean, I saw some videos and I definitely thought to myself, listen, it can go to complete shit, and I wouldn't do that bad. No ways.
Let me ask you, Drake, because we're partnered up with Fanatics now, and they like this question a lot. It's if you can get an autograph from anybody, living or dead, athlete, who would it be?
Oh, wow. That is a very, very good question.
Yeah, I wish I could take credit for it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there telling him how tough Khamzat is and shit. He's like, is that a question? Go ahead, Drake. Take your time, man. That's a rough one. It's a rough one.
Yeah, that's a tough question. We only have one. We only have one.
Inspired you, maybe as a youngster?
I do have the autograph of somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I would. You know what? It's in my mind right now, and somebody who I watched, because in present day, I feel in present day I can get it, but I watched the documentary, and this movie out now is the Ayrton Senna, the Formula One driver. Watching his documentary and his mindset on how to do it. He was a crazy person. That guy was just crazy, and the way he approached racing, and he was truly brilliant. And unfortunately, he died in a crash. And I guess that would be the guy, because it's fresh in my mind, and that is a guy that, if you look at his mindset, he didn't care about anything. He just went for it.
You know, it's funny, as dangerous as fighting is and as dangerous as boxing is, people forget racing. Like when those guys miscalculate something, they're in a fatal car crash.
100%. So, I mean, and a guy like him, if you watch his documentary, his mindset is something that I aspire to. Literally zero fear of death.
What is his name again? I'm sorry.
Ayrton Senna.
Okay.
Yeah. He's a Brazilian Formula One driver.
When you're walking out, you just talked about how he was fearless. How do you manage, like, whatever you're feeling before a fight, whether it's in the locker room or on the walkout or when you first get there? I'm sure it's different for different guys, no? And what exactly do you do to manage it, if it's fear or if it's discomfort?
Well, let me tell you this. I mean, I used to, earlier in my career, you know, the I can't call it fear, but just the anticipation of a fight that, here we go, would come a lot earlier, like weeks before. And that drains you. And then you're like, no. But right now, for the past couple of years, you know, especially fighting the bigger fights, and with the mental training and stuff, I just know it's going to happen, but there's no need to think about it now. I'll think about it when fight day comes, and of course it plays in your mind, but it's only for preparation. It plays in my mind when I visualize, it plays in my mind, but I don't feel any pressure from it. When I get there and it's time to go, it's time to go. And you know, I look at myself in the mirror before I walk out and I tell myself, don't fuck this up.
Yeah,
you gotta go for it, man. You gotta go for it now. This is it. I mean, There's everything and the only one thing I do is, listen, everything you could have done, you did.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do now is go out there and fight the way that you prepared. Yeah, you know, don't go out there, don't walk out of this octagon, win, draw, lose, thinking I could have done more.
Yeah.
Because and you can see that in my fights. Even with a win, I don't want to win and I didn't give everything. I want to win and I want to be satisfied with that win now. And no matter what happens, I just know tonight wasn't my night, but I did everything I can. And I went out there and I did. It doesn't help you prepared, but when the lights start shining, you don't perform. That's
Right.
useless exercise.
Yeah,
So-
Mr. Henzo used to always say, you know, the fight's gonna happen whether you worry or don't worry. So why worry? I don't know. It's
100%. And
yeah, it's
there's
gonna
going to be
happen.
more than enough time. When I walk out there and, you know, just before I walk out, I'm just like, come on, here we go. This is crazy. And you know what's one thing that I realized? I always thought, why do I love this so much? Why do I love it? Because I was winning. And that feeling when a wrestler says, stop, you just won the fight. It is the best feeling in the world. There is no feeling like it.
Yes.
And then my first loss in my career came. And I was absolutely devastated. But I was still and I just thought, geez, that was the most fun I've had ever. And I still loved it. And I thought, what is this? Why do I love it? I thought it was just a feeling of winning that I liked so much.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's that feeling that you get just before you make the walk, that you are so vulnerable. You are so afraid, but yet you are not scared at all. You are feeling ready to kill anything. It feels like you are like, let's go. It's euphoric.
Yes.
But you are scared at the same time.
Yeah, it's the
That's
feeling
the
of being
feeling.
alive. Yes. Yes.
And there's no feeling in the world like that. You can go as fast as you want in a car. You can go on a bike. I've never had a feeling like that. The rush that you get from that, there is no feeling like that. That fear, but confidence, that aliveness, like you just said, that you feel. There's no feeling, nothing else in this world can give me that feeling. And that is what I love about this. That is what I believe, chase. That moment.
And you've also fought guys before. Oh, sorry, man. You've also fought guys before that were considered unbeatable. You fought Strickland. You fought Adesanya, Derek Brunson. This is not your first time fighting somebody who is a highly touted fighter. It's not like you haven't fought very, very dangerous guys. Robert Whittaker. I mean, you know, you've run through everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think 14 fights it's not a massive record. It's impressive to where he is in his career, but I mean, 14 fights. And it's amazing that he hasn't been able to pick up a loss. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But it's one fight away.
The confidence is beaming off him. It's just beaming. That comes from just being prepared, man. When you know you've done everything, and hey, man, what else is there to do but get busy? I'm so excited for you. We really enjoy watching you fight. And again, we haven't spoken to you in a while, so we're happy to have you on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
And your fighting style is unorthodox. You're hard to figure out the way you're not an easy fighter to deal with. And it's funny, people are just talking about his wrestling. I guess because he's done it in an impressive way and he hasn't lost yet. But I'm sure standing across the cage from him, I mean, he has to deal with what you're doing, and you're unorthodox, and you're not an easy guy to figure out in the cage at all.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can wrestle. I know that for a fact. I know I can wrestle. But it's one thing, taking somebody down is by far, and Mr. Matt, you can testify this, by far the most energy you can expend in a fight. That is why, before you take somebody down, you have to be sure, because there's so many things that can go wrong. Firstly, a guy stuffs your takedown. That is terrible.
Yeah.
It gives him the world's confidence. It takes away from your confidence. You spend so much more energy on that first initial entry than he does on defending it. And you don't get it. It looks bad on the judges. It's bad for you mentally. It's good for him mentally. Because now you think, can I take him down?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, he can't take me down. That is one thing you have to consider when your primary goal is to just get this guy to the ground. Now you miss a shot, you miss another shot. What now? And Now you're in a position where, can I get this takedown? Now that's in your mind. You're not thinking about the fight in front of you. I'm looking at a fight and I'm going, if the takedown is there, I'm taking it. If it's not there, I'm going to strike with this guy. If he tries to take me down, if he shoots, I can't be worried about the takedown while the danger of striking is there. If he shoots, now we're defending a takedown. Here we go. If we end up on the ground, now we have to get back up or we're grappling. If he's not shooting, we're striking. I can't be worried about defending a takedown while we're striking. That's...
I thought it froze for a second. I spent the majority of my career until I fought for the title having that game plan, being a jiu-jitsu guy, looking to get it down, fighting at welterweight. When I had to fight for the title, I knew with George St. Pierre, dude, that would be a long night in the office trying to get him down and hold him down.
Yeah.
So you gotta, thank God I have heavy hands. You have to, take your chances in a situation like that. So does he have enough on his feet? If he can't get you down, does he feel confident with that striking?
I think his striking is good. I think his striking is good. It's good enough to keep you thinking while he's firstly recovering. Look at that Kamaru Usman fight. Very interesting. He went in out there, had his back for 4 minutes, 50 seconds, 4 minutes, 40 seconds. He went out there in the second round, didn't throw a single strike for 3 minutes. Not one single strike, not one shoot attempt. That was him recovering. He just kept him busy enough. And Usman was too tentative to go for him because he was like, I don't want to get taken down again.
And he was on the couch.
In reality, what Usman didn't see was he was busy recovering because he was so tired of that pace of the first round. And look at the Burns fight. Go and check that second round. The first 2 minutes does not throw a single strike because that's him recovering. You better be ready to throw strikes, my friend. I'm not giving you 2 minutes off. I'm not giving you 3 minutes rest time. There will be no rest time.
He's not like Matt, you always talk about Merab and how he can shoot all day. And if he doesn't get him, he doesn't get him. He just keeps shooting. Khamzat
Merab is ridiculous. Merab is crazy.
Merab's a weird. But Dricus, I see you fighting in a way where you give it all in that 5 minutes. And because you're in such good shape, it looks like, oh, man, is he tired? And all of a sudden, the heart rate gets back down and you're back. That comes from being in shape, man, because...
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. When I fight, I know I look tired. My poker face of being tired is not really good. I've given up on that because that's just the way I've given up on the poker face. I've seen guys in my gym that I train with, and then all of a sudden they go, I just need to take a break. And I was thinking while sparring, just go, how does this guy not get tired? He doesn't even look a little bit tired. And it's just like, I need to sit down. I'm too tired. And that's just the poker face. With me, I wear it on my sleeve. Yeah, I am tired, but I'm not stopping.
Right.
And, that's it, because it's not like I'm getting tired from doing nothing. It's because I'm constantly working. And I do appreciate that 1 minute rest. I promise you I do, always.
I wish it was longer.
Yeah.
How is your breathing since the surgery? Is it good?
Oh man, it's been amazing. I mean, it's all been. I got the surgery just before the Robert Whittaker fight, and I mean the proof's in the pudding. I mean, it changed me. It changed just in terms of I changed that with my conditioning coach, which made a massive difference. And I think the nose wasn't only in the fight, but in general recovering. Sleeping, all of that made a massive difference. And when I get to the break, in the fight, you're breathing through your mouth anyways. You're trying to breathe through your nose in the slow situations. But when the pace gets up, you're breathing through your mouth. Everybody's breathing through their mouth. But it's about when you go sit in that corner and you're recovering. Breathing through your nose is such an important part. Yeah, I mean, it's only been evident that it changed my whole game.
And you said you had a mental coach, or you don't?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I've always had one. Yeah, I've always had one.
You've always had one.
Yeah, I've had one for, I would say, for the last 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, is it like a regular shrink? Are you laying on a couch? How does that work?
No, not at all. Actually, the one guy was is actually a very good friend of mine, and he studied this, and we started working together. But I've never had any problem like anxiety or anything like that. We are actually just weaponizing the mental aspect of it. We are not I don't have any issues. It's just strategizing. Just strategizing. How are we approaching? Because each opponent is a little bit different. Sometimes it's the same. It's just strategizing and seeing how can we make this even more powerful. That's where my mental training comes in. It's not. I don't have any anxiety of walking out to fight, not performing on fight night. It's not about that. Mine is about winning the fight before the fight, winning the fight in here before I win it out there. That's where the mental coaching comes in. Just having a rock solid mindset, and like I said, mentally I cannot be broken. It's impossible.
Well, Dricus, look, this fight is everyone is psyched about this fight, and I'm looking forward to it. And you've been a great champion so far, so I'm expecting you to continue. Have a great fight on Saturday, man, and congrats on all the success you've had so far in the UFC since the last time we talked to you.
Yeah, champ.
Oh, well, guys, thank you so much. It was really awesome to speak to you again, and I really appreciate it. See you guys on Saturday night. Let's do this.
Have a great fight, buddy.
All right,
guys.
Dricus. All right,
Cheers.
champ.
Thank you, Mr. Matt. Bye-bye,
Take
guys.
care, champ. That's great, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I love Khamzat, but I feel good about this fight for Dricus. I think he just is. I don't think there's no stone turned unturned, whatever the hell that saying is.
No, so he's left no stone unturned. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's so damn confident. And when you look at Khamzat's fights that he had the hardest time with, Gilbert and Kamaru, Gilbert was in that fight, and he's the one that showed that he was human, how you could weather that storm.
Yes.
And Kamaru, arguably in a 5-round fight, he might have came out ahead, and he took it off the couch. Yeah. But it's important to say they're both very high-level grapplers.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Kamaru with his, obviously, jiu-jitsu knowledge, but he's a high-level wrestler. And Gilbert Burns is a very high-level jiu-jitsu guy, on a loan. So, Dricus, when I'm looking at his background, and he started off with judo, and then he got into wrestling, it makes you really look at it a little differently. Because he didn't start that shit in his 20s, man. He was 5 years old on the judo mats.
Well, has anybody really seen Khamzat off his back either? Like, how will he be if Dricus takes him down and is on top of him?
I can't see him staying there. Like, I could see him looking to turtle up, or, you know what I mean? Like, he's going to look to scramble. It's going to be wild, man. It is going to be wild. Do we want to talk about a couple fights before?
Yeah, man. What a great. I was happy for Urseg. He's had a rough go in the UFC, and I think he's a good fighter. So I was happy to see him eke out that decision over Ode Osborne in the co-main.
Oh, how do we do with the picks?
I think I got 2 right, and you got 1 right. We only did 2.
Oh, that's true. 2-0 for Jimmy, 1-1 for Matt. Good Jimmy.
Yeah.
Good Jimmy.
Andre Fili I took, and Duncan over Eric Anders.
All right. I might want to make a couple picks.
Okay, buddy.
I think Carlos Prates.
Wait, where's the card? Do we have the card on this?
Carlos Prates.
Sorry.
I think. Just scroll down some.
Sorry, let me get the call. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh God, this is a good card.
Carlos Prates I think he's gonna get Jeff Neal's is badass, but I feel it's gonna be striking, and I think he's gonna knock him out in the first.
Over Jeff Neal, huh? Yeah.
You don't have to make your picks right now.
No, I'll make them with you.
Now, this one is rough because, I'm looking at, yep. Lerone Murphy versus Aaron Pico. That's a fight right there, man, because Lerone Murphy's looking awesome.
He is.
But I really like Aaron Pico.
Yeah.
And I think Aaron Pico is going to get it done.
Really?
I do. I think it's, you know what? Man, that's going to be a good fight. But I'm going to say, because Pico can mix in the wrestling, he can keep him guessing. I'm going to say 2nd round knockout for Pico.
Interesting.
That is crazy because Murphy's got no losses.
Huh.
You know, Pico's, you know, I'm excited about him being in the UFC. This is
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah, me too. I'm going to take Lerone Murphy. Again, Pico has fought under a lot of pressure before. This is a big one. If you first fight in the UFC, it's a co-main event against an undefeated guy. I'm going to
I
take
hear
Lerone
you.
Murphy. I think he ekes out a decision.
I think Michael Page is going to get a decision over Jared Cannonier. I think Cannonier is just a stud,
Yep.
and he's very durable. But I think Michael Page's in and out style is just so tricky, and he's just so fast that I know he's kind of up in age a little bit too. I mean, but Cannonier is a little bit older.
Yeah.
I think he's going to have a hard time finding.
Yeah, he's just so hard to. Yeah, he's so hard to lay a glove on.
That's my 3, man. I just like bang, bang, bang.
I'm going to do Diego Ferreira over Bobby Green. Let me see.
Interesting. That's a good fight.
It's a great fight, and he's coming off a loss to Grant Dawson. I think he stops Green.
It's a great card, man.
It's a fucking great card. I think he stops Green in the second round. I'm going to take I'm going to go with Asakura over Tim Elliott. Kai Asakura, that's the first fight of the main card.
Interesting. Are you sure Tim Elliott can't get a sub? We have Elijah Smith.
Not.
We got Elijah Smith. I know you guys, Gilbert. He was on Tough. I remember. It was on the Uriah Faber season.
No. He was damn. I mean, yeah, he did fight on the Uriah Faber card. You are right about that.
Yes.
But because that was the finale, but the first time, so he was on there twice. It was the John Jones and Chael Sonnen, and then the second time was the Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw.
So it's family business, man. So he got you involved early.
Yeah, but funny enough, I mean, he never forced it on me.
I like that.
I was still going through my trials and tribulation with football, and it just happened in COVID when COVID hit. I mean, I've been wrestling since I was 5, doing a couple of jiu-jitsu tournaments here and there, but MMA wasn't my main focus. It was all about football. And then, yeah, COVID hit. We started training, and then I started getting good and started beating people, and here I am.
Position in football?
Damn near everything. My main position was running back. But yeah, and then defense, I always love to hit. I'm a hitter. Like I want to hit something. I want to go out and run through somebody. Like, so I would play like outside linebacker, strong safety. Like I'm coming to lay down the boom. Like I want you to feel me.
That's one of those things though, Elijah, where you could be totally skilled and just great on the football field, but you know, at your weight, unless you're in some serious steroids, I don't think you're going in. You know what I mean? That's got to be a rough, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean,
what it is. I'm 5'6", man. I can't be no basketball player.
Yeah, I told everybody. I was like, man, the doctors. I was supposed to be 6'4", but kind of got cut a couple of inches. So so we're changing it up. I'm only sitting at like maybe my heaviest day is 160. So I don't think I want another 250-pound man. Yeah, I'm good.
So I'm sorry, Jimmy. When did you realize this was going to be your sport? You always dabbled in it. You said your father didn't push you on it. When did you start? When did you take your first fight?
I took my first fight 2021. I can't remember what month, but it was 2021. I had just freshly turned 18, and first fight. I'm the first fighter of the night, obviously, my amateur fight. And obviously with my dad, so everybody already expected big things. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. Well, either one or two things is gonna happen. I either go out there and I impress everybody, or go out there and disappoint everybody. So I went out there and I got a knockout in the first round in the first 15 seconds. Just a simple 1-2 down the pipe, dropped him with some ground, and then ended it off with some ground and pound. And so I was like, okay, that was fun. As expected, I knew I was the better guy. I was like, you know what? Let's take another fight. Let's see. And at this point, I was getting ready to fight a guy who was 3-1 in Muay Thai. Like I didn't have any background in any striking, like no boxing, no kickboxing, no anything. So I just came in there with a wrestling background, and and we were polishing up my boxing and kickboxing at the time. Like if I showed you guys videos of me kicking, oh yeah, you guys would have been like, I don't know how this kid done got this good. But yeah, we took my second fight probably like a month and a half later, and everybody that was telling me, they was like, Elijah, you got to do it at even faster time. I'm like, bro, I just knocked somebody out in 15 seconds. What do you mean faster? And by the grace of God, I went out and did it, and I knocked the guy out in 7 seconds. And after that, I was like, "Ooh, all right, Elijah, this might be your calling. This might be your new, professional career."
And the Khamzat fight, it was really. We talked about the Rampage comparison, which you made in the cage, even. And I said to Matt that I almost thought yours was nastier because you slammed him. Rampage was brutal, but he picked him up pretty much by the legs and kind of used that torque to slam him down. You took one hand and put it up on his chin, which was obviously to keep him from being able to crane his neck up. And it was amazing that you were, first of all, able to kind of hold him with one arm and do that, and that you had the presence in that moment to realize, like, I don't want him lifting his head when I slam him.
Yeah. So, I mean, the biggest thing was like, one, I mean, the number one defense to a triangle, obviously, is first, number one, when they start throwing up the legs, is the posture up, right? Crack down on the hips, posture up, and knee slide. And my cornerman, Dylan, he made actually a perfect, he said something that was like resonated with the slam. He was like, bro, you basically did a medicine ball slam. Go all the way up on our toes and boom. But I was watching, I mean, this wasn't something I had planned, but I just remember watching like guys like I think Gerard Harris, I think that's his name, that had the knockout slam, and he actually put his forearm on the guy's face, and that's what caused the knockout. So that's what I was kind of thinking in the same way. It was like, I'm gonna put my hand or fist on his jaw, so when I come down with all the force, it's all coming down on him.
Bryce Mitchell did that with Gracie and guard.
Yeah, exactly. Boom.
Yeah,
say good night.
Yeah, but the hand was just so. Not that he would have even been able to. I don't even know if he would have been able to get his. I mean, that was just such force. He may not have been able to stop that anyway. But isn't it interesting how guys hold on in that like when they're getting picked up, instead of letting go, they hold on. And I guess just I don't know what it is that's going through the mind.
Which is crazy. Like I knew that because he's actually a black belt in jiu-jitsu, Toshiami Kazama. And we knew that, but I wasn't scared. I truly believed in my wrestling, top pressure, and my scrambling, and my jiu-jitsu. I was like, plus when you add in, punches, it's a different ball game. We're not just playing just straight up jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I was surprised that he made that crucial mistake in not hooking the leg, because not only does hooking the leg, not only does it help with get the angle on the triangle, make the triangle choke even stronger, or make it even stronger, because you never want to be like upright. We always say you want to get teed up with the person for the triangle choke. Just the angles create strangles, and that's kind of what happened. But it also stops you from getting slammed. So you can't. I mean, that's something that we drill day in and day out, and unfortunately, it cost them by not making that adjustment.
Same for the arm locks, Jimmy. If they go to lift you off the floor, it shouldn't be a foot off the floor. You grab that leg, they can't slam you. I'm letting him know in case he gets attacked, Elijah. He's doing jiu-jitsu now. I don't want him to just trust the guy to let you down gently,
Yeah, well, especially in a fight like that. In training is one thing, but in a real fight, to hold the position the way he did, I don't know if guys are just hoping that I don't know. I can't even wonder why somebody would do that. Maybe I would too in this.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If somebody's picking me up or getting ready to pick, I'm letting go immediately. Like that's not even going to be a thought in my head to keep holding on. Like, I'm going to let go, or number one, I'm going to hook the leg. Like, one of the two is going to happen first. So it's either and not only that, when you hook the leg, it also makes transitioning, because, it helps transitioning into the arm bar a lot easier too.
Oh,
if they're trying to pull, they leave the arm in, but that was a crucial mistake.
Elijah, I was going to say, your first time on here, we like to get to know the guys a little bit. What are you doing when you're not training, when you're not being a savage, getting ready for a fight? What do we like? What kind of hobbies we like to do?
Man, I like to every Sundays I play volleyball. I love to play sand volleyball. Like I really do. Like actually last night we were playing volleyball. here at our local park here in Colorado Springs. It's called Memorial Park. So I love to play volleyball there every Sundays when the weather is nice. The second thing that I like to do is obviously make music. I mean,
all right,
yeah, like I have my whole setup. I wish I could show you guys like my whole setup. I have everything. Like I have my MacBook, and yeah, I love to make music. I actually just posted on my Instagram. I'll be dropping a 3-song EP. Hopefully it'll be out in the next few days here soon. So yeah, those two things are, yeah. It'll be on all musical platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, everything.
Spit a verse. Let's go.
Spit a verse. Okay, hold on.
Come on,
they
man.
Say Mr. Bag, put the city on. I'm like, yeah, he did. Remember we was nothing, chased the dream. Then we made it big. I was dead broke. Now I'm looking out Versace lens. But shorty copped that way before the fame because we were locking in.
Yeah, man, that's right, Shorty. Shorty had your back.
Yeah,
so
she had
Shorty.
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
So that's my girlfriend. So the meaning behind that was that, now I'm looking out Versace lens. My girlfriend, we've been together for 5 years. Damn near, you could call us a high school sweetheart. We've been together since high school. And she bought me last year on my birthday. She bought me some Versace shades. And so that's why I was like, man, I had to put that in a song. Now I'm looking at Versace lens, but shorty, she copped that way before I even got signed to the UFC. Yeah. We was already locked in. So that's kind of like what I'm telling everybody, like, yo, we already had this vision. We already knew what kind of lifestyle that we was going to live and that we were already going to be successful.
Man, I knew you were lyrically good when you were saying angles make strangles. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 30 years. I should have came up with that.
You know what? And somebody that always says that is my pops. So he'll tell you very good at jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he'll tell you like he try to be a. Yeah, he's actually my dad. He's right next to me too.
Gilbert, good to see you again, buddy. It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
It's been a long time. I was fighting back when you were fighting.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. The moment you won the championship, which by the way, I was physically there.
That's awesome.
It was the first UFC fight I ever went to, UFC 69 in Houston.
Yeah.
Right?
Elijah, I'm older than that, you know.
Then after that, about a few months later, you did a seminar in Castle Rock, Colorado. And I went to that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was there. Yeah. I went to your seminar.
Strangles?
Angles make strangles.
Yeah, angles make strangles.
Or
angles make scrambles. Let's say you catch an angle, you could get a better scramble and maybe get up.
I like that too, but the other one rhymes so much better. I'm gonna steal that. I hope my students don't listen to this. Because guys, like I always say, guys, angles make the strangles. Huh?
Yeah.
Jimmy. Anyway.
Well, what's next for you? I mean, it was you didn't look like you took any real damage. You look like you're fine. You're ready to go again. I mean, do you have anybody in mind, or have they come to you with anybody?
No, I don't have anybody in mind. I think I said it before. Since, I'm so new to the company, I don't think I really have a say in, what I want what I want. I just tell them just to give me a name, and it's always going to be yes. I'm healthy and I'm ready to go again. Literally, that same Saturday night, right after the fights, my manager, he was asking me, he was like, how does November, December sound to get back in the cage? I was like, yo, I'm with whatever. I always say, like, if we're winning and we don't have any injuries, let's keep the train going. There's been a time where I fought, five times in 1 year, in one calendar year. So I'm used to being active, and, I'm young enough to where I can still do that.
And by the way, it's not his job to say no. That's my job. So we get a fight, we're gonna look at it.
As Elijah being the fighter, you know what I mean? Not only the father, but the one looking out for him. The fighter's always gonna say, yeah, give me I'll take him because it's the fighter. Yeah. I know. I have to you need an in-between. You know what? All right, man, I'll fight anybody. Talk to Pops. You know what I mean? Yeah. And can I just say what you said before Elijah, that resonated with me because I have 3 daughters and they're training, and my oldest is taking this up, is when you said that your dad didn't push it on you. Because I would always say that, like, my kids, I always felt like I did the same thing where I felt like you can't make them love it, but you could make them hate it. Gilbert, did you think like that? That's really...
100%. I wanted him to want to do it. not want to do it because I'm making him do it. You know, so for me, it was like, I'm just gonna put him around it. I'm gonna make it an option. And if he wants it, it's going to be there. If he wanted to do something else, I would support that. If he wanted to go into college and become a doctor or join the military or whatever, I'm gonna support that. So yeah.
But as a retired gladiator, though, Gilbert, come on now, you got to take a little pride. This is come on, little boy.
It's so funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I told him, like, if he wanted to go into football, I would support it, but it would be hard for me to relate because I don't know anything about football. Right? I never played it. I barely watch it. But now that he does MMA and fighting, and we could relate to each other, we could keep that father-son bond growing throughout the years. Compared, if he played football, he probably moved away. Yeah, he probably went to another college and maybe a team or whatever. Yeah. He probably moved away. But because we're doing MMA, we could do that together. That's gonna keep our bond strong forever.
Funny enough, he almost didn't. When I told him that I wanted to fight, he didn't even believe me.
Nah.
He told me, he said, "Come on Friday." He said, "If you're being serious," he said, "Come on Friday night. The Friday nights are when we spar." And I came, and that's when he knew I was being serious.
I actually forgot about it because he told me like in the kitchen, and he's like, "Dad," he just came up to me randomly, like, "Hey, Dad, I'm thinking about fighting." And I was like, "All right, whatever, man." That's for like a Tuesday or something. I said, "If you're serious, come to spar on Friday." He's like, "All right, I'll be there." And I forgot about it. Friday come, I'm in the gym doing something, and he walks in. I was like, "Oh snap! He may be serious. Let's see."
I'm one of those guys. Like, look, if I say I'm gonna do something, like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I don't like going back on my word. I don't want to be, I don't want to tarnish my name, my image. So if I say I'm gonna do something or I'm gonna be there, I'm 100% gonna be there, unless like there's like, I don't know, a serious emergency.
I got two things. I got my word and I got my balls, and I don't break it for no one.
Yeah, I like that.
And I think fighting, by the way, fighting is the healthier option than football. Football, I think there's so many more injuries that happen, so much more long-term damage. I think fighting is the smarter option for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Especially since, Elijah's an athletic kid, but he's not the biggest kid. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were just talking about that. So like him playing football is tough.
Yeah.
It's so great that he took right to this sport, man. Like, it's like you're an natural.
You wrestled since you were 6.
Yeah. And dabbled in jiu-jitsu and tournaments.
Yeah, and he's been around me. So it's like, it's weird to know that we only the second father-son dude in the UFC. I'd have thought it would have been more by now.
Me too. But you know what? No matter what you had him in, and you've seen this when people they transition, whether it's jiu-jitsu and grappling into the striking, it's that fight or flight, And I saw that with my daughter the other day. How are they when they first get hit? Are they going to be shying away, or are they okay? Game. That's something you can't teach or really prepare. You got to just.
Well, honestly, his older sister Nina, used to put hands on him. Like I have video of them sparring in the living room, and his older sister Nina, she's really small right now, but back then she was bigger.
Yeah.
And those used to go to war, so like it used to be funny for me. Probably child abuse of some sort. I don't know. But they used to go to war.
Well, it produced this gladiator, so I think more people are going to have their older sisters beating up their little brothers.
Elijah, we look forward to your next fight, man. And congratulations. It was, like I said, a great fight. And that hand on the face, just such an amazing mental place to be in that moment to know that would have made it a more devastating slam. It was great, man. Great fight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And let me say one more thing, It's for all the, the casual MMA fans out there. Yes, I've been reading the comments. Of course, I've been up all night. People have been messaging me. Everybody, they want to see a KO when they're watching us fight. They want to see a knockout. And when they see a knockout that's as devastating as mine was, that's when they're like, "Oh, I don't think I like that."
Yeah.
Well, then if that's the case, then go watch a different sport. Go watch tennis, go watch soccer, go watch basketball. Because you should know that when we're out here fighting, like that's why we always say we don't play fight. We don't play fight. And when it's when it's money on the line, life changing, of course it's either me or him. Because they're not gonna say anything early in the fight when he had my heel. Now what if he had the heel hook and he blew out my knee?
So let me get this right. People are upset that you knocked the guy out. That's your job, man. That's your What is happening here? It was too violent. Go watch pickleball, mofos.
Exactly.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Elijah.
And he would have done it to you. He 100% would have done it to you if he could have.
Do 100%. Or die in there. Do or die.
He's doing well right now.
He showed me that he was eating Five Guys right after.
Yeah.
They released him from the hospital. He was good. He was talking, had all feelings and everything. He was 100% healthy, and he was eating Five Guys. I was like,
that's good for him. I'm happy. I mean, because the truth is, we really don't want to see anyone get hurt. And then again, I think my son was just so caught up in the moment. He got the slam, and then if you see it happen so fast, he hopped up and boom, boom. He had no time to process what was going on. He didn't think about, oh God, he's out. I should have hit him again. He's like, no, I'm gonna make sure I win this.
Listen, what people don't realize from the outside, and it's something similar to me when I had Frank Trigg down. When you have them down, that's a threat. You have to eliminate the threat that's trying to hurt you. That person's trying to do bodily harm on you. They see them hugging on your legs, and people are like, oh, what? That doesn't look so bad. He's trying to rip your knee off. So, man, I stand for that shit. Yeah. Put him through the floor. This is what you go a little light on him, and next thing you know, he survives it. No one's
we saw
bad when you're KO'd. So, man.
You know who we saw that with? We saw that against, what's his name? Jalen Turner, when he knocked out Bobby Green, and everybody was giving him shit for that. And then the next fight, he was like, it kind of messed him up.
Hey, keep that killer instinct.
Yeah.
Guys going to say the same thing. We want to say congrats again. Yep. And Gilbert, congrats to you on raising such a fine young man. I'm a father too. That's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, Elijah, he made it easy on me. Honestly, he's been a kid that's been focused. He's a hard worker. I mean, people think that like I take it easy on him because he's my son, but he's the kid that I don't have to like fuss at about doing extra work, about staying motivated. We do collide a lot in the gym sometimes, but the fact is I know that Elijah will give me his all. And the biggest thing about this fight, I want to say this, because people are like, well, the guy lost his last 2 out of 4 fights, whatever. He's a bum. Maybe so. I don't know. But the truth is, it wasn't about winning or losing for Elijah. It was about performance. I wanted to make sure Elijah could step up and be able to like perform at the highest level. And he went out there. He didn't care what the guy's record was or anything. And he went out there and performed 100%. That's all I ever asked for. Win or lose.
Everybody's radar now.
Yeah, I'm only getting better.
Yeah, man, we can't wait to watch you, man. We'll be watching you.
We'll see you again soon, man. And really, congratulations. An extremely impressive performance. And I was happy for you. So we'll see you again definitely soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
That's great, Jimmy. I know you got to run. Give a quick. Let's plug the fights. Oh wait, we got actually Wednesday for that too. But
yeah, we have Wednesday, but they are this Saturday. Du Plessis, UFC 319, Du Plessis, Chimaev, of course, middleweight championship. Lerone Murphy, Aaron Pico. I'm actually looking forward to that almost as much as the title fight. Jeff Neal, MVP. It's one of the best cards in a long, long time. So yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah. And Jimmy, you know the deal. We talk about it more on Wednesday, but the deal that they made with Paramount for
crazy $7 billion.
No more pay-per-views. It's gonna be really wild times, and I'm very excited about it. Jimmy, plug whatever you got to plug, young man.
I'm just going to be on the road, jimnorton.com. I'm coming to North Carolina and Georgia in 2 weeks. Come see me.
Matt Serra channel on YouTube. Fun stuff on there. Jimmy, I love you, buddy. I don't know who's going to be the co-host. I'm going to go. I'm going to Austin, Texas for a few days, and I'll be back. All right.
Yeah, thank you to Elijah and Gilbert, and thank you very much to the champ, Dricus Du Plessis. And I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Goodbye, Jimmy. Goodbye, everyone.